Good morning, everybody, and it's wonderful to be back here with you today. It's Elizabeth Smith here from the Guru Co, and today we're talking about living intentionally and with intention. There's a little bit of a sad background to it, and why I've sort of chosen to venture into this subject today. But do you actually know what you want in life? Do you know what you want out of life? We spend an awful lot of time moaning, groaning, complaining, and just going over, all the things that you don't want and what's not right in your life. But I wonder how many of us actually know what we don't want in our lives, let alone what we do want in our lives, until we actually get it or have the results of it. Because when we do, that's when we suddenly realize that life feels like it's happening to us rather than us living it. When you put on something, and I talk about that little black dress or that outfit for going away, it's sometimes you feel like it's wearing you rather than you wearing it. Well, this is where we're coming from with life. We want to be owners of our life, owners of our own destiny, and to enjoy every minute of it. This last week, just a few days ago on Friday, me and my colleagues and my team, we lost a really very dear friend and colleague who was cut down very suddenly in the prime of his life. He was only in his 40s. It's terribly sad, and but it does make you think, and it's these wonderful moments that are actual gifts and blessings that are left for the rest of us who do survive. That potentially, it can happen at any time. So what about living intentionally? We need to live intentionally 100% of the time and make the most of the time that we have. So this means inevitably that we choose who we spend our days with. We spend an awful lot of days sometimes outside of the home and with people we don't particularly know. But I think on the whole, even when you go into meetings, choose where you sit. Choose who you sit opposite, if you can. If you don't like it, like a job, look for another one. Don't just sit there and suffer it. No amount of pay, and we all have to be sensible. We know we've got bills to pay and what have you. But there really is a limit on actually the money that you can earn over a longer period being happy because you survive more, you're more productive if you're happy. So just take action. Choose what you fill your mind with. Don't just sit there flicking, and I've done it, and I did some of it yesterday and had to pull myself up, flicking through just any old channel and just blindly watching it because you're needing escapism. Find escapism somewhere purposeful. Work out what it is you're escaping from. But don't waste your time just being absorbed by some Judge Judy on television. Move away from it. Move away from it. Choose book. Choose something that just develops your mind and your thought patterns and develops you as a human being. We all have chores to do. We can't avoid some chores. We all have housework to do. Well, work backwards. Where do you normally do your housework? Do it backwards. So you actually have to think about the process. It's really quite odd. It's like getting up in the morning. Often people can't remember what they did first or the shower. But the second you start trying to remember or trying to think about it consciously, you actually get quite stumbled. It's like driving a car. If you have to try and teach someone to drive a car, it's like, oh, no, hang on a minute. No, you've got to just do this. We all get into a real automatic rhythm. So do something different. If you've got to go shopping today, choose a different town, choose a different shop. Go and actually think about what you're going to put in your basket. Think about what you're putting in your mouth. Don't eat unconsciously. So live with intention. What's the outcome we're reaching for? Allocate some time to yourself to dream. We all have very busy diaries, but we own our own diaries, so choose what goes in there. I think the more intentional you are about life, the less busy you become, because you actually look at it and think, for what purpose am I doing this? And it's something you can ask yourself during the day. Invest in yourself. Now, when I say invest in yourself, do something that brings about change, whether it is the 5 Tibetan rites, which is a wonderful 5-10 minute sort of exercise regime that you can do, which just centers you, or a yoga class or a singing class, something that steps you outside, that brings you into a place of pleasure. Think about if you socialize, if you get enlightened and lifted by being around people, do something, join a club, go out, socialize, speak to people, go down the bus stop, speak to the person next to you, be that weirdo, you know, that speaks to you, speaks to strangers. My daughters would tell you all about how I speak to strangers in queues. But rediscover the benefits of appreciating your uniqueness. You know, those things that people think when they say to you, oh, she's so loud, she never stops talking, or, you know, they're always on the go. Stop trying to put those into a box so that you fit in with the majority. They're those things that make you unique. We talk about unique selling points. They're the things that make you unique. We need to embrace them. We need to celebrate them. What is it Buddha said is about comparing yourself to someone else is the what is it? Something about that destroys joy. Quit. You are you. Once you step into you and realize you are the center of your life, you become your life. I hope you have a wonderful day. Please do feel free to share this video if you think somebody out there is doing nothing but pleasing other people and they have an awful lot more to offer life, and life has an awful lot more to offer them. Share away. I'm more than happy, and I would love to see more people here. And any ideas that you have for the future cameo sets, just let me know. Private message me, and I'll do my best to reach out to you. Anyway, have a wonderful day and do it differently. Bye-bye.